Would you look at that? The nosy little... Hey, thank you for tuning into my little video. Now, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you would know that this video is going to be a pregnancy question and answer. But it's not just going to be any regular old pregnancy question and answer where I ask you the question, answer the question, boom, give you the video. No, think of it like a story time, and I'll be guiding you through it. And yes, there will be pictures and videos included because I know that your attention span sucks. I'm speaking from experience. I'll be dividing the video into 7 different parts, so feel free to skip to whichever part you find most interesting. Yeah, let's get into it. I am only 29 years old. Let's not forget that. So, what am I doing planning a pregnancy? No, this was not planned at all. Now, of course, there are things that you can do to prevent pregnancy. And those are the things that I was not doing. So, no protection and no contraception. This is how we ended up in this situation. So now I am 31 weeks pregnant. I think it's 31 weeks today, actually. And I'm happy with that, man. Like, I've made peace with the fact that I'm going to be a mom and I'm cool with it. I am the type of girl that has super regular periods, right? February this year, I missed my period by 1 day and I was like, this is strange. And I had already been feeling a little sinusy. I was like, okay, you know what, might as well go to the doctor and just slide in that we should do a urine test. So that's what we did. It turns out, you're gonna have a baby. At the time, my man, he had just dropped me off at the doctor and then he went around the corner to one of the people that he works with. So while he was there, the doctor and I called him and he already knew what the news was. So he stopped me from saying anything because he didn't want anyone around him to hear what I had to say. But then I think after that we met up somewhere, I can't remember where though. And we were really happy, man. Like, we were just like, okay, you know what? This is happening. It's such a surreal feeling, like you're just giddy. Especially when you know, like, okay, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we were happy about it. I have heard some horror stories about pregnancy, and I am so grateful to God that that wasn't me. I have had probably the easiest pregnancy that I could have imagined. Before you fall pregnant, you don't really think about those things, like, what would my experience be like? You don't think like that. When I fell pregnant eventually, the worst symptom that I really had was headaches. They were constant in the first trimester and it used to be so annoying, but that was the worst one. Like, barely any vomiting. This one time though, we went somewhere on like a date or whatever and I had charcuterie, like, you know, those cheese boards. And when I got home, the whole time I was feeling fine, but then when I got home, vomited that whole charcuterie board up. And they say that cheese is something that you should not be eating when you're pregnant, but I didn't listen, I guess, and I felt it. They say that you feel most tired in your first trimester, and I would agree. Although I was still pretty active, I was a little more drained than I am now. The girlies also always say how they don't get any sleep, like no sleep during pregnancy. I can't relate. Like, I get the same amount of sleep that I was getting before I fell pregnant. Like, I go to sleep at 10 p.m. every night unless I'm watching a show or whatever. But other than that, like, I get my sleep, I get my 8 hours, and oh, I will take a nap too. Like, on top of that 8 hours, I'll get a 3-hour nap. Like, who am I to deny myself? The best part about pregnancy for me is the feeling of baby inside you and feeling them move. At first it's so like tiny, you don't really feel anything and you can't see anything, but then in the third trimester it gets a little more hectic and sometimes they hurt, but that's the best part for me. Like you realize like there's really life inside of me. And it's so cute too, because I show my man and he feels, and he'd be like, what the hell, that's a strong ass kick. Like, you know, like that to me is the best part. The worst part, I will say, and this is one of the things that people don't tell you about pregnancy, is sciatica. Sciatica is, from what I know, it's a pain in your leg, and it's, I'm guessing, from all the weight you're carrying, I guess. So pregnancy places a large amount of strain on your pelvic area. This causes pains, I guess. I don't know. I stand corrected. So the pain will start maybe in your buttocks and then it'll shoot right down your leg, sometimes making it difficult to walk. Oh, and turning in bed, it's a nightmare. Like turning over throughout the night, it's horrible. But that's pretty much the worst part for me. Other than that, nothing really. Like I've been having, like I said, a really easy pregnancy. I think I might already have known this about myself before pregnancy, but pregnancy just highlighted it or confirmed it for me. But I am a very will see type of person. I am not going to put myself under unnecessary stress, just like giving myself anxiety. Like I am not doing that. So if I'm seeing a video on my phone that might cause me some stress, I'm scrolling. Like I'm not going to engage in something that is going to make me stress myself out. Like I'm just not about that. Same thing goes for preparing for the birth and planning and having the baby and you know, all that. I'm a very much will see kind of girl, and you'll hear about that some more later. This one is actually a little tricky just because there are so many things that you don't know about pregnancy until you yourself are pregnant. And the same person that is pregnant here might not know the same things that this person who is pregnant also knows, because everyone's pregnancy is so different. One thing that I can point out though is most of the things that I've noticed about pregnancy have been external. People on the outside weighing in on your pregnancy. So many people want to give you advice. Like, please stop. So many people know what's best for you all of a sudden. Like, no, don't do this, don't do that, don't do... Like, please. So one thing I cannot stand is I tell the doctor, my arm hurts. It's because you're pregnant. What? Everything that is wrong with me now is because of pregnancy, apparently. I genuinely can't think of anything like about the experience. Most women just have this perception that you get a bump, you go 9 months, and you have a baby. But there's so much more to the journey than just that. It is taxing on your mental, and just you need to be so like careful with who you tell about your journey, just because people will people. I don't know if you guys will know this, but KFC introduced dunked wings a long time ago. I'm sure I was in high school when they introduced dunked wings, and at that time it was my thing. Like I used to love dunked wings, and shortly after finding out that I was pregnant, I just randomly wanted dunked wings, and I got them, and I had them I think 2 more times after that, and since then never again. That was the only weird craving that I ever had. Never had them again, and I don't want them again. What I will say though is salt. Salt is my shit, man. Like I love me some salt. And it's strange because I used to be such a sweet tooth. I have a chocolate that I've been eating for 2 days now. If this was me pre-pregnancy, that chocolate would have been gone a long time ago. But salt is where I'm at. Something that I used to like, now the thought of it, I cannot, is a Nigerian dish called egusi soup. Before pregnancy, I used to be able to eat this and I found it to be delicious. But now, I don't even want to see it, I don't want to smell it, nothing. Like, get that away from me. There's also one perfume from Zara. No. And I'm not going to say the name of the perfume because I know a lot of people use this perfume, but get that away from me. It's so crazy because the smell is so strong and I am immediately able to pick up when you are using that specific perfume. I cannot stand it. And I used to like it too, but now I'm just like, no, get it away from me. So if you know me, you would know that I am a homebody. And when I say homebody, I mean it to the most extreme case. Like, I love being at home and I love my solitude, and I can spend hours, days, weeks, months by myself, and I have no shame in that. But when I get outside, I am social and I can be social, right? Pregnancy, I've found, has not really impacted my lifestyle any differently because I'm doing the exact same things that I was doing before pregnancy. I am at home a lot, I shoot content, I doom scroll, I watch a lot of YouTube. Those are the things that I enjoy doing. And maybe every now and again I'll go out with a friend, go out with my man, go to church, you know, those things, like staple things. But for the most part, I am a homebody and loud and proud. So considering that my pregnancy has been this easy of a journey, I would say that I have at least 3 more pregnancies in me. But I am saying that before having the baby here with me and having experienced what it's like to be a mom. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like it's possible that maybe I could experience motherhood and be like, whoa, I'm not doing this again. Or I could experience it and be like, oh my God, I want to do this forever. You know, like, I'm really curious to see what my take on it would be. But because my pregnancy was this easy, yes, I would do it again. I would do it again. But I think 2 kids is enough. Maybe 3. This might be a rookie mistake or a rookie error, but when you find out that you are pregnant, you are just like thrilled. You're so excited and you want to share the news with everyone. I remember after I found out, I went to McDonald's, got myself the McFlurry, and there was a McDonald's worker right next to me, and I wanted to tell her because I was so excited. And this is normal. The rookie mistake is telling people too soon, because the minute you tell them, that's when their expectations start, and that's when they start chirping in on your journey and maybe applying a little pressure. And these are all things that you don't need, especially in this taxing of a journey. I made that mistake of telling the wrong people. Telling the wrong people weighs on you a little bit because not everyone wishes you well. Some people want you to be miserable, and it's crazy. And I also have people that I regret telling just because I feel like you didn't deserve my good news, you know. If I can give you any advice, is be careful who you share with. I was just like way too excited and I started sharing all willy-nilly, and I wouldn't do that again. Most of my friends are either out of the country or out of the province or whatever, so I had to tell them via phone call or text or whatever. And same with family, except my immediate family. I went home and I told my mom and my dad and my nephews, nieces, sisters, whatever, and everyone was happy about it. But I will say, the one person whose reaction disappointed me a little bit was my mom. Maybe because I had high expectations for her reaction. So, backstory on my mom. She is a nurse, and well, she used to be a nurse, and nurses have seen a lot in their lives, right? So they become immune to a lot of things. And this is a woman who has had 3 kids of her own. So when I told her the news, she was very nonchalant. And my mom is a very nonchalant type of person. Maybe that's why I'm like that too. So her reaction was just This actually made me really emotional in the beginning, just because I expected more from her. And little things would upset me. It would be weeks that go by and I wouldn't hear anything from my mom, and I'd just be so upset about it, because I told you that I'm pregnant and you're not saying anything to me. But I know that she wants what is best for me and she has my best interest at heart. She just has a really weird way of showing it. Yeah, that was me conveying that without getting too emotional about it. But it was quite emotional for me that my mom's reaction was just And I don't have a bad relationship with my mom at all. I think we have a good relationship, if anything. I think I was a fairly good kid to her too. So yeah, somebody asked me, how was your relationship with your mom? And that is my answer. We have a good relationship. It's just that maybe the same way that other people are so family oriented, my family and I aren't really like that. Yes, we are a family unit and we all love and care for each other, but when it comes to communicating and spending time, we don't really do that. That's not how we get down. And showing affection, none of that is happening. But at least, I have family that I can go to, and I have people that I could fall back on if anything should happen, God forbid. That's my lore on family. I'm in the 3rd trimester right now, and that is when baby does most of its growth. So for that reason, I am prioritizing rest and just health. I'm trying to balance rest and then also being active. I'm doing home workouts. I'm doing a lot of walking. I make sure to get a lot of walking. But then I'm also just at home. And that is my routine anyway. So it's not really difficult to keep up with that, I guess. Aside from that, my mental health. Being on my phone so much, you see so many things about pregnancy, about birth, about motherhood. It can become a lot. When I see something that I don't like, I scroll. It is that simple, because you can easily go down the rabbit hole and mess up your mental and make yourself anxious about things that you don't even necessarily need to be anxious about. I was scrolling while I was in the mall one day, and I saw something about a mucus plug. I'm still not even sure what it is because I didn't engage with it. But this is one example of how on the internet you will see things and hear things, be informed about things that you could have lived your whole life without knowing. Opposition could argue you should be informed and you should educate yourself and all of that, but there are really some things that you can go without knowing. I intend to do that, so I'll listen to what my doctor says. From there, nothing else matters. I don't need to listen to what Sally on the internet is saying. No, I'm not doing that. I I don't have a birth plan. Like I said, I am a very will see type of person. So no birth plan as yet. Maybe I could update you on that later on. I don't know. But I would like to give natural birth without medication. However, if medication is needed, I will do that. And if a C-section is necessary, I'll do that. But the ideal birth is natural and unmedicated and no tearing. I don't want to tear, I don't want to cry, I don't want to be in too much pain, and I want it to be quick and easy, and I will keep praying on it, because believe me when I say I am in church every Sunday, and that is my prayer every single Sunday, like, God, please let me have an easy birth, a healthy baby, and a safe delivery. Like, that is my prayer every time. And God, I thank you for my safe delivery, my healthy baby, and my easy birth already, because you have to manifest it. Wow. So before we knew the gender, right, I think I might have done like a little bit of a reverse psychology thing. I was like, you know what, I want a boy. As the like time for the gender reveal came closer, I realized like I've been doing reverse psychology because genuinely I want a girl. I got a blue Octobuddy just because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a boy, let me get a blue Octobuddy, just so that if the result was boy, I wouldn't be too disappointed. But then we did the gender reveal. I'll insert the clip here.
The flowers are gorgeous. Are you excited?
I'm buzzing.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Does that paper mean it? Oh my god! What? What's that reaction? Oh my god, cool, baby!
Yeah.
You don't seem too very happy about that.
Yo, my own thought was,
Oh my god!
that is cool.
That's crazy. Look at him. Girl, what the hell? I really thought it was gonna be a boy, you know.
Me too. That is
Like, this is what I was hoping for. Baby.
It was a girl, and I was over the moon about it, as you could tell. The dad, the blue paper messed him up though, Shane. Like, we actually fully believed that we were gonna have a boy, and then the results came out and it's a girl. I don't know if this is crazy to say, but I am thrilled that it is a girl, because what am I going to be doing with a boy? Like, sure, now that I already have my girl, I would like a boy too, just because like you get to experience both. But if I have another girl, I'm not complaining. Just because like boys, what am I supposed to do? Play with trucks? No, I'm gonna be dressing my little girl up, and we're gonna be doing content together, and we're gonna be cute together, man. So yes, you heard that right. I said that I will be posting my baby. And yes, there will be mommy and baby content, but I want to say this. I am Kelsey before I am a mother. So when you are watching me, you are watching me. You're not watching Kelsey and baby, Kelsey and her man. No, you are watching me. I just don't want to be one of those moms who become a mom and then everything about them is mother. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I am not judging, but that is not what I want for myself. I still want to be Kelsey, you know, like the cool girl that dresses up and whatever, and it just happens that she has a baby on the side. I don't want those things to become the only thing about me. Like, you're still watching Kelsey. We haven't settled on a name yet. And no, I wouldn't say that it's driving me crazy that we don't have a name yet. I'm just like waiting it out, I guess. And I've been doing a lot of praying, been asking God, like, you know her already, so help me, you know, figure it out. Like, what is her name? I've been asking her as well. I was like, what is your name, mama? But I will continue praying on it though. We do have 2 names in mind. One that dad suggested and one that I suggested. We're just not sure yet. I high-key feel like we're gonna wait until she's born to scope the scenery and see, like, okay, what name really suits this little girl. Yeah, we'll see. See, I'm a will see type of person, really, man. Like, nothing puts me under pressure. Do you see my hands? It look like they shaking to you. What? Somebody asked if we're getting a nanny. What? I'm a first-time mom. I'm going to want to spend all my time with my kid. Like, she's going to be my best friend. But I will say, if help is needed, I will not shy away from that. Also, I have family that can help me. My man's mom is even coming down from Nigeria to spend time and like help out, and I think that's the sweetest thing that's happening. And I have a niece that I can exploit. I can use to babysit every now and again, maybe, I don't know. And then ask me about a parenting style as well. I don't know. I need to figure it all out. I'm still figuring it all out. Like, parenting style, all I know is my daughter is going to be respectful, kind, and good-hearted, man. Like, and she's going to be a little spoiled too. But respectful, kind, and good-hearted. Just because I believe that that is what her parents are. So she can only be an extension of us. Wow. I don't know how I'm going to balance being Kelsey and being a mom. It is going to be interesting to find out though. And I hope that you follow along for the journey. My intention right now is to remain so steadfast in my identity. I know that this might not be 100% possible, but I want to keep some of my autonomy, man. Like, I'm still going to be Kelsey. It's just that I'm going to be a mom too. The brand is not going to go from Kelsey to Kelsey the mom. No, it's Kelsey and she happens to be a mom too. I'm still going to be having fun and doing my own thing and finding time for myself. I'll make sure of that. Like, there is no way that motherhood is going to take over everything. There has to be time for everything. Let's say you know your baby wakes up at 7 a.m. in the morning. So you wake up at 6 a.m. just to have a little more extra time for yourself. Or your baby goes to sleep at 7 p.m. and then you do your self-care at 8 p.m. Like, find time for yourself. Don't neglect yourself. And I'm saying this to my future self right now. Whether I will actually do these things, I don't know. I'm yet to see. We will see. I am so excited about being a mom or becoming a mom. I just cannot wait to have her here with me. I just know she's gonna be my best friend, man. Just because I am such a homebody and I spend so much of my time alone, I know that she's going to be here with me, doing everything that I do with me. I spoke to my man about this the other day. I was like, I am a very I think maybe codependent type of person. So if I'm watching a movie, I like watching a movie with someone. So it'll probably be my man. And if he's not enjoying the movie with me, then maybe I don't find the same joy in that movie. This is the same thing with like going out on a date. I don't do solo dates, but I would like to. but I don't do them because I feel like I would have more fun if I had someone there with me. This is why I go out with a friend, or I go out with my man, or whatever. But when she's here, I'll have someone to do those things with me, and it'll be so freaking cute. I will make sure that I do some cute things with my little girl. There have been so many changes in my body actually, but the worst one, and this has always been the one that I've been afraid of, is my hips. My hips are getting so wide. People say that they go back to normal. I don't know about that. I really don't know. Like, your body is stretching and it's preparing you for birth. This I understand, but like, I look at pictures of myself before and now, and I'm like, whoa, like my hips are, even just looking in the mirror, I'm like, bro, my hips are huge. Like, they are so wide. I don't know, it's scary. I also was at Clifton Beach yesterday, and this is a beach that I've been going to since high school days. And I literally used to go there looking like this, and then I went there looking like this. So big adjustment, big change. I was literally on the beach doing my thirst traps, bro. Like, now I'm on the beach pregnant? What do you mean? And while we were here getting ready to go to the beach, put on my bikini, and I was standing in front of the mirror, and I was like, this is weird. Like, this is gonna be different. Just look at this video from when I was like, I think 2 or 3 months pregnant. I feel like pregnancy is a humiliation ritual because it's so tiny, but everyone is looking at the same thing. What the fuck? I was in the mall and just noticed how people stare because I was just starting to show, so people could obviously notice. Throughout your pregnancy, maybe this is my experience, but you gain some confidence in the new body. So at first I wasn't that confident and I didn't like it when people stared at me, but then yesterday when we went to the beach, I was like, you know what, I'm pregnant and this is what my body looks like now, and I'm okay with that. And I was on the beach in my bikini, putting on my little sunscreen, and people were staring, and I was like, okay, what must happen now? It made me realize, actually, as long as you have confidence in yourself and you feel good about yourself, no one can shake you. No one can shake you. Pregnancy fashion icons. I have to say this. I am so fucking grateful that Rihanna fell pregnant or had her pregnancies before I had mine, because she set the tone. Like, Rihanna did shit for pregnancy that no woman before her has ever done. I'm sure that there were more women who did the same thing that Rihanna did, like showing the bump and dressing the same way and not wearing maternity wear throughout their pregnancies, but no one of Rihanna's stature did that. So she set the tone, man. This is my favorite of her looks. Like, I would love to recreate this specific look, but like, where do I get something like this? Love this look though. I have been doing some content and like creating little outfits and whatever, and maybe she is like the inspo, but at the end of the day, I have to make do with what I've got. So I've created my own little pregnancy lookbook, I guess. These are some examples. I also love that this question came in. Alt clothing for baby. I think if I am going to make anything that is for the baby and put an alt branding on it, it's going to be something that I just want to make, not something that I'm trying to sell. I wouldn't do that because alt has its own identity and I want to keep that what it is, if not evolve that even more. So alt for now is women's clothing. no baby line. I know that there is a lot of discourse around having children, motherhood, not having children, and choosing a different path. And I don't even know where this came from. Like, it started recently, I'm sure. And I found that it's mostly on TikTok that this happens. But obviously, we've all noticed that there's this conversation going on. I think it's the birth rate decline that started this conversation. Like, more women are choosing not to have kids. And to that, I say each to their own. But to ask me the question, have I always wanted to be a mom? I'm not going to sit here and say like I've imagined myself with this big family and just being a mother and, you know, no, I haven't pictured that. But when asked if I would like to be a mom, my answer has always been that I am way too maternal not to have kids. Like, I feel like I have this caring nature about myself, and I would love to have a kid to share that with, you know. That's really what I'm looking forward to in motherhood, is being able to care for my daughter and have a little built-in bestie and do everything with her, and just, yeah. So far, I have 2 mom friends, one of which I don't see that often. I should go pay her a visit though. And another who just left for Paris. It's not that many. I'm hoping to make some more, because as a mom, they say that you do need some mom friends. My advice to you, if you're single, or if you're not trying to be a mom, or not trying to be a mom yet, is get away from all these people with kids, bro. Like, that, I feel low-key is what happened to me. Like, I was spending a lot of time with people that have kids or around kids, and next thing I know, yeah. The only thing I will say about the whole negative view on motherhood nowadays on TikTok is it's the same with leaving a hate comment on someone's video. Like, you could have easily just scrolled past that, but you chose to engage hatefully. If you have an opposing view on motherhood, why are you commenting on someone who wants to be a mother? Like, make it make sense. That's really all that I have on that. Like, each to their own, man. And I respect people who make the choice not to have kids, the same way that I respect people who do want to have kids. It's that simple. Like, everyone has a different journey, and that is okay. Wow. You know, when I did this question and answer on Instagram and on TikTok, I feel like a lot of the girlies actually wanted to know about my relationship. They squeezed the question in there with questions about the pregnancy. So it's like they're trying to find out about my relationship without really like making it obvious. And I picked up on that. To that, I will say, like, I intend to keep my relationship to myself as much as I possibly can. That's without hiding my relationship or that I am in a relationship. There will be some level of privacy. When you find out that you're having a baby, you're like ecstatic. When it is reciprocated in your partner, it's a nice feeling, man. And I told my friends this as well. Like, it's almost as if you open up some more love. Like, you fall deeper in love with this person because you know, like, you're going to have a kid together. I really feel like it's brought us closer together. Yeah, like, we're embarking on a new journey together. So a lot of things are changing, but they are changing for the better. Am I right, babe?
What?
Things are changing for the better
What?
in our relationship because we're pregnant.
Definitely became better.
Yeah? How?
I don't know. I feel like I grew more soft spot for you.
For me? I think so too, actually. Something that I will say is he's so like scared for me now. We were at the beach yesterday. The water the water was like really close to the shore, right? Like it's going further up the shore. And I didn't see a rock in front of me and I almost fell. And the way he just like the reflex was like, whoa, like he wanted to save me like Superman. And that goes for crossing roads as well. Like he's so like things that he wasn't doing before, he's now doing a little more of. So when we're crossing a road, he's holding me, which he wasn't doing at first. So these things, yeah, like little changes like that. And I find that really cute, man. And then the last question is, have we decided on like responsibilities once baby is here? And I think this person said like if we've discussed this, and they mentioned that not many people do. We are not many people. Like we haven't discussed responsibilities. We will see. That is the golden thread of this video. We will see. Like we'll figure it out as we go. Who knows like what's gonna happen? We cannot predict the future. We cannot say like, okay, you'll do this, I'll do that, you'll do this, I'll do that. No, like we have our natural flow of doing things, and that's what we'll do. And when baby comes and we see that it is, let's say, a lot on either of us, then the other should pick up the pace, and that's about it. This is the first gift our baby ever received. This is a little pillow that we got from someone. And then we have this little box that we created. We have hella Polaroids for her. When I say hella Polaroids, we are still going to be creating more. Like, look at this. Yeah, that's a lot of Polaroids. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you should be able to see them on there at some point, because I always take a picture of the Polaroids that I take. We have some ultrasounds. Sometimes the doctors don't really give you that great of an ultrasound. We have one really good ultrasound on the fridge. And then there's a bunch of like craft stuff in here that I want to use just to like make cute things for her. It's just that I need to actually sit with it. But that's her baby box. I'm thinking as the years go by, we might have to get a bigger box. But for now, this will do. And lastly, we have been writing to her. So this is a combined letter that we wrote to her, and I think that's the cutest thing. So we're gonna rip this out of here, put it in here, and she would be able to read that when she's interested. I don't know when that'll be, but that's just a little something that we're doing for her. And that is it for my pregnancy question and answer. I hope that this video was somewhat insightful and answered all the questions as thoroughly as possible. And I hope that you've learned something from it, especially if you are pregnant or are deciding whether or not to have a kid, or if you're just generally interested. Like, yeah, that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Love you.